I believe that we are going through the steps of grieving all the time for multiple things at once, but not in the same place at the same time. A great round robin of emotion that is the human experience. We grieve for the end of a season, for the bottom of the cookie jar, and of course, for the loss of a loved one. It is good. It is healthy. It is something that works quite well if you're aware of it and can work with it. Today's story comes from our beautiful historic front porch. Where we begin, we have 3 generations of our family waving at all who pass by, with our toddler who's singing at the top of her voice, "Let it go, let it go," over and over again. Wonderful words, courtesy of the Disney movie Frozen. It doesn't matter that no one knows the rest of the song, as the message is right there in those 3 little words. Fast forward a day or so to my husband and I coming home from a perfect evening. First stage of grief, shock. One of my inherited planters has disappeared from the front steps. Third stage of grief, anger. How could they? Back to that second stage of grief, denial. It must be here somewhere. Who would take a pot of flowers? Third stage of grief again. Yes, I actually wondered if someone was mad at my dear sweet husband. Fourth stage of grief, bargaining. I wonder if they'll bring them back if I offer a trade for a different pot of flowers on the neighborhood listserv. Back to that third stage again. Arg! Fifth stage of grief, depression. The neighbors don't like us, do they? I can't even have a pretty porch. Sixth stage of grief, testing. I could just go purchase another planter and replace them. Back to stage 3 again. I am so angry. Seventh stage of grief, acceptance. Someone walked by our house and stole our flowers, and there's nothing I can do about it. Do you know about the 8th stage of grief? It's remembering what you had and doing something good with it. Just like the other stages, there's no correct order. And just like good old number 3 kept popping up, you can do it more than once. In this case, I sat down on our porch swing, visualized our afternoon of waving and singing to the neighbors, and decided to let it go. I decided that if whoever took my flowers was that desperate for a little color and joy in their life, that those flowers and that planter could bring it to them, and hoped that they would remember to water them so they lasted into the fall. Grow, little flowers, grow. Perhaps the lesson here is that if you ask most toddlers what comes after singing "Let It Go" twice, they'll say, "Do you want to build a snowman?" There are better things to do in life than hang on to these things. And there you have it, short and sweet. My name is the Reverend Kathy Crosby, and I hope you have a great week.